Hello everyone, and it's been a few days. Welcome back to just a normal Minecraft survival world. And like I just said, it's been a few days since I actually recorded anything, like in full. I've recorded small thing here and there, but generally speaking, I haven't really done anything. So what have I been doing? Mostly just farming. As you can see here, I've got a little fishing setup. I can actually take the bed with me. And I've gotten quite a bit of stuff from just fishing. And it's been quite helpful. It's also been really good for food, because as you might remember, food was one of my biggest issues before, like having consistent food, because the bread I got near the start wasn't going to be enough. But I have since upgraded a good bit just on the side. As you can see, not only do I have all this stuff, but I have a few villagers that are, quite useful. I've a Fletcher here and a Fletcher that's over there. I've got two toolsmiths. This dude is okay if I need slightly cheaper diamond tool or diamond pickaxe, but there is one right here in the main area that gives uh, a slightly more expensive but efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe. On top of that, they both are fully maxed out, so they can get multiple other stuff if I ever need it. I tend to get a bunch of iron, so I can use that for trades. But what is this? This is food. And as you can see, I've got quite the bit of food. That is not where you're supposed to go. It's how hoppers work. I'll fix that eventually. I'll fix that once the salmon that's in here starts to cook. And as you can see, I have a lot of fish specifically. On top of that, a lot of this stuff, there's just a bunch of random stuff I have. I have a good few like iron tools because I just placed this down because I wanted to see if I could actually move enchantments off of items and onto books. I wanted to test if that was a thing. It is not because I couldn't remember if they had added that or not. But I should have a weaponsmith. There he is. And this dude gives really cheap iron axes. So I've been on the grind, but on top of tons of food, on top of fishing my ass off, and getting a lot of stuff in here, as you can see, you can tell I've been mining a lot. And despite the fact that I already have this good bit of iron, I've actually don't have most of the iron I've gotten because they've become tools that are broken, or I've actually traded it off. But to show you what I've really been up to, allow me to show you the mine shaft. Although I can't really show you because you see this map. You see how it's level. Oh, the wrong part. Level 3. That means the map is, I think, give or take, about 1,000 blocks long. And that is an infinitely extending hallway. That hallway goes all the way to the edge of the map, which is approximately 950 on the x-coordinate. And in that direction, goes to -50 on the x-coordinate, which is the edge of the map on the other side. So, of course, it's pretty far. And I'm going to start this mine soon. Now that I've gotten as far as I can go in each direction, I will be doing that stuff. It also doesn't take nearly as long to go through this mine shaft anymore because I have such a large supply of food. I've got this little base set up, 2 blast furnaces, they've both got about 20 coal in them, and more importantly, a lot of stone. And that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use as much of the stone as I can for the wall right now. I'm going to try and get a good bit of the wall completed. So I'm going to take a bunch of stone with me. No, I'm not going to keep any of those. But I've gotten some other stuff as well. I've gotten a decent supply of dirt, slime balls, some amethyst, calcite, smooth basalt, and even some glowing sacks, just from doing mining and stuff. And this has been very, very worth it to do. But obviously I had to do it off camera. So I've literally, as cliche it is, done off camera mining. Quite a bit too. It's a bit cliche that people do it, but I don't have like extensive amounts of stuff. But also, the off camera mining I've done has mostly just been in the form of iron. Because you didn't notice, I'm on Y16. And in the past, that would have been diamonds, but right now I'm only at iron level. I'm just because Y16 is the peak for iron. Peak for diamond is all the way at the bottom. And as you can see, I still haven't fixed this. Oh boy, it is nighttime. I can't place anything there. Good old path blocks. Can't place most items on them. I also don't have to worry about animal spawns, because usually, or not animal, but mob spawns, which are usually the main issue, but I just recently torched this place up a bunch. So, that is not an issue. I'm going to quickly do this, and we are continuing the wall. Not much to say besides that. And then I'm gonna start working soon on the actual like design of the wall. There's just one issue, and that is that wood. In case you haven't realized yet, I've done a bunch of stuff with villagers. And when you do a bunch of stuff with villagers, there is something you need, and that is called you need emeralds. And well, what's the usual way to get emeralds? It's Fletcher villagers. I've used an unbelievable amount of wood to create sticks um, for Fletcher villagers, and that has caused me to use up a lot of wood because it takes so many sticks. And especially because sometimes I end up having to do them during days where they are increased prices, and that sucks. Because I'm like, I need emeralds for this moment, but it's gonna cost me extra because of the fact that inflation is an actual thing in this game. The trading system actually uses inflation to a certain degree. It's just more of supply and demand specifically. Because the villagers can only have so much of their items, of course. So when you tend to buy a lot of them, it gets more expensive. And it's fairly simple. And if you had told really young me that villagers were actually one of the most useful things in the game, I would have told you were lying. Because I didn't know, a long time ago, I didn't know that villagers were actually, like, super good and always had been really good. But the villager update just happened to make them way better. Like, I had no idea what a villager trading hall was. That just sounds ludicrous to me. That would have sounded ludicrous to me. I would have told you that's not a thing. I think it's a villager trading hall. Little did I know just how particular people were about villagers. I'm not exactly that way. I just use the ones that are in the village. And if they happen to breed new villagers, then I can give those ones jobs as well. Is this 6 thick? 6, it is. Any other real developments? There hasn't really been any developments. I haven't touched the quarry in a bit, so there's no developments on that. So the quarry is still as empty as before, or still as untouched as before. But now that I've got easy access to some diamond tools and stuff, mining the quarry out should be pretty easy. And again, I wasn't using the quarry for its stone as much as I was the dirt. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that should keep it 5 on each way. That's good. So there's no big thing on the stone. But I will try to get rid of the rest of the dirt that's on that mountain. And if I find an even bigger mountain, I'll make a proper quarry on that one. I also plan on doing a Emerald Imperium like series in the future. I'm pretty sure it's just normal Emerald, but it's significantly harder with Mega Evolutions and everything. And I'm gonna try and go in completely blind. So that'll be fun. I also plan on doing like actual Nuzlockes on the channel as well in the future. And I hope y'all are actually happy about that, because I know I am. I'm stoked to do that. Pokemon is something I've always been super interested in, but I don't have a single piece of Pokemon content on this channel and never have, which I find very surprising. That I've never done Pokemon on this channel before. I guess it's just because I didn't feel like recording it. I'm trying to think of other stuff to talk about, because I wanted to do a recording today, but most of what I'm doing is just placing blocks down slowly. What other things am I going to do soon? Oh yeah, once I'm done with this, once I'm done with the foundation, I'll start on the actual wall. I think I still have some wood left, so that should be good. But once the wall foundation is finished, I'll actually begin on the walls, like design. Because the wall itself isn't just going to be a wall of stone. It's boring. So I'm going to begin work on, I'm going to take a section of it and actually, that's an annoying one. Do that and then do that. There we go. Oh. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I won't be worried about on-screen developments. So 3, 4, 5. No, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, this is an annoying one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that'll just be at least 5 thick on every spot. I think I'll do that, and that's where the drop-off point is. Okay, that's much better. I got very... I'd forgotten to actually plan that part out. Okay, so this is all at least 5 wide. Okay. Goody, goody, good. That means everywhere should be finished. Okay. So, now I'm going to dump out some of the stuff that's in my inventory. What was I just talking about? I got sidetracked a lot. I do not watch back through all of my videos, so if you ever see or hear any of these parts and you like want to remind me what I was talking about, you can do it in the comments, and I will absolutely remember to talk about it in a following video. Okay, I'm gonna keep stone on me, of course. Stone is still gonna be part of the design. But now I need to make sure I have enough wood. Right now I need to sleep because it's about to be. I'm 2 pixels away from actually having to sleep. I don't think I have a bed in my actual house, do I? Well, house, quote unquote. I really don't know what I was talking about. See, this is the problem when you have to try and do commentary. Luckily, a lot of the times I'm gonna have like things like that happen in when the actual like videos come out. I'll be actually like replacing a lot of that, or like cutting most of it out, because obviously a lot of the rambling is definitely not going in videos. Only the necessary parts, or the parts I feel are necessary. I wish I had somewhere to put all these, but I don't. I ran out of space at the mine. I don't need... Hold on. I don't need this right now, so I can put my novel shells back in. Okay, what am I going to be doing? Okay, yeah, once I'm finished with the walls, like, entirely, and I've got, like, a massive storage system set up all inside of them, because remember, there will still be 3 blocks of free space everywhere in there, I will begin focusing on making ports. Because remember, that's something I'm actually doing. Also, I can... Frick, I can't look at it right now. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to take my helmet off. One of the things I'm going to be doing is, like, setting up areas for ports. Like the different villages, or I think the first place I'm going to set up a port, like an actual port, will obviously be the main village. Oof, that sucked. Okay. But also I think the other village as well. But I think I'll first build the small fishing area near the village. Another thing I could build is the valley right there. I can put like a gate over there. Imagine like the quote stone gate from Genshin. That is actually like a good example of the type of gate I'd be using. Okay, I can actually leave this boat here and start using this boat because this one has all of this in it, and that's what I use for the quarry. Because I use stone pickaxes. I use iron and I use iron pickaxes and diamond pickaxes for my actual mine, where I actually get stuff where I need it. This is just stone and dirt, so. And any little extra ores. Okay, good. I do actually still have a ton of wood in here, which is very nice, which means I don't have to go farming a bunch. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put, obviously, one for each. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I'm pretty sure the wood I ran out of was the one in this chest. Yeah. As you can see, the stone pickaxes, there's quite a lot of them. A good bit of dirt, and some extra stuff in here. Probably take all these with me real quick. Oh, and this for sure. I'll leave the rest of the stuff here, and the 2 freaking unknown maps. I need to make a cartography table at some point. And then I'm going to fucking yeet. I'm gonna take a bunch of this stuff is with me as well. Because despite what some people might say, I like birch. Birch used to be my absolute favorite. But then it became not that. Yeah, I wish I could show more of like developments on camera, but that's something I realized was that I don't have to get everything on camera, because you can. Anyone who's played this game before, and if you've watched it, you probably have, knows the general like progression to the game. And if people don't, I plan on actually making a guide to, like, a basics guide to Minecraft and a bunch of the other games that I play. Because a lot of things I know about about games I play are naturally learned. So it's learning directly from a source that learned from the source, or directly from the source that learned from the experience on the source. If you know what I mean. I've played this game for about a decade now, actually. I think it'll become a decade. I don't know the exact day I started playing. It's not like the other games where I actually like have a way of checking when I first started playing. Games like Minecraft and Terraria, I can't actually check what days I started on, which is unfortunate. I also can't check how much time I've put into these games, because it's definitely more than what shows up, like, on the Minecraft, or on, like, the PS5, like, hours total. Because it says I've played, like, 70 hours, which is definitely nowhere near the amount. I didn't buy this version of Minecraft until, like, 2 years ago-ish, I think. I can't remember. No, it's definitely been longer. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was 2022, sometime in 2022. I would check, but I just went onto all my worlds recently, so I could remember what was on them. So, can't do that anymore. Okay, you're probably wondering why I took all these saplings with me. So I'm gonna quickly go to the potato farm. Potato is one of my main sources of food. So, I obviously need... Oh, wait a minute. I need a space to cold it. Okay, and then I can put it right here. I'm gonna sit here and do this. Again, this content is definitely not like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and watch this whole video. My content is mostly just, hey, I'm gonna put this in the background. Or study it to learn how to play a game type of stuff. Because it's all raw footage. If you want, like, actual, like, watchable gameplay, it will be stuff I record in the future. Or stuff that I will turn this into in the future, and that I'll actually edit it into. But those are, like, a long way off from right now. I'll also keep days played on the side, so you can see how many days I've, like, actually played in-game. I have no doubt it's been, like, 40 in-game days since the last day I recorded. But I didn't have it on then, so I don't know. When I finally turned it on, it was, like, on day 88. So it's been at least, like, 20 days. Okay, so I do have torches in here. I do. I knew it. This is definitely too much wood to hold on to right now. But I will keep 2 stacks of each wood on me. Just so I can make sure if I have a bunch, I will make iron blocks. Throw them in here. And then I will throw that so it stacks. It should be ender pearls in here. Then I can throw my coal in here as well. A single piece of this coal. Yeah, I have a lot of charcoal, as I use it for this. So much fish, holy crap. Okay. And then I stick my bone meal into one of these chests. That did not work. I have bone meal in one of these chests. Oh, I have it in this one. I definitely keep this on me. Okay. I'm now going to take a section of wall and build the towers first, actually, because I do need those. Every time there's like a major turn, or I guess mostly just at any of these entrance points, I have to like build the giant towers that hold them. So they're gonna be like this. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then to make it even, it should be 3. That's a long fall. Two, 3. Because the goal is to make them not this big. Hold on. I had an idea in my head, and I was like, I'm going to make a big circle. But then I just realized, wait a minute. I can't start the front of the circle there, because then they meet in the middle. So I can't do it like that. Give me a moment. I'm doing this all on the fly, so bear with me if it takes a while. A lot of times when I'm building stuff, I'm used to using a point of reference. But right now, I am not using a point of reference. So all I'm using is a general idea in my head, which is not a point of reference. A reference is like an actual picture or something, or an existing Minecraft build. But right now, I'm just going off of whatever shit pops into my head. Okay, I think these will all have to be... I will do this. 3 by 5 by however tall this is. This should be... what number? How tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 by 5 by 4. 15, 40, 60. So each of these will be 60 blocks total. Or at least this is 60 blocks. This will be 60 blocks in total. So about a stack. Give or take. But that's just the base amount. Because these are going to be... they're just, like, unpassable, like, things. Even for the storage system on the inside, which is just, you know, a shit ton of chests organized loosely. These will have like one arch over them. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to come up from the bottom with like a ladder. It'll end in the tower, and then you can go up it, and then there's a small like drawbridge like looking thing near the top that you can go over. And that's it. This is going to take a good bit. But so you have to go, you have to stop moving around the ring in order to continue. Yeah, this one will take like a good 80 or 90. And of course I'll be taking damage the entire time, because they're all pretty decently large falls. That's thick 3 thick, so that's all I'm doing there. I wonder if we could survive all these. I cannot. Yeah, I cannot. Almost. That's why I kept the bed there. I knew I was gonna do that. Fortunately, it's not going to my inventory in the same way. I don't think that method works in this version or in Bedrock. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the fact that generally, when you die in Minecraft and all your stuff doesn't like spray out, especially with the amount of it sprays in this game, you can, when you pick up all your stuff, you pick it all up, and then if you pick it all up at once, it goes into your inventory in the same order that you had it in originally, so you don't have to reorganize it like I'm doing right now. But I'm pretty sure that's Java only. But don't take my word for it, because I have no idea. Again, I've never played Java, nor have I ever died with things specifically around my head, so that I pick up stuff in the right order. I'm not a speedrunner, and I'm not trying to do a hunger reset. I was wondering what was extra in here. It was that. And then this was supposed to be in here. I definitely need more cobble. Luckily, I still have a absolute crap ton. One. God damn it. You know what? I'm just gonna go over to my little bridge I made before, and that's a fall. Ow. God damn it. Ugh. Again, that will be filled in with the dirt. And that's why I need dirt. So I'm filling in all these damn holes. Okay, I need way more cobble. So I'm gonna go grab some more. The idea for... Where am I going? The idea for the towers are simple. They're just rough. They're as even as I can get them and be circular. And then I am making them way taller than the actual wall itself. I need to go grab more food. They're way taller than the wall itself. So that you can have an entrance near the top and have it still make sense. Or on near the side in the middle. For the bridge on the top of it. I had to add that little bit right there so that I could know where the heck this entrance was, now that the thing was so long in both directions. And right now, they're going to be massive cylinders of just cobble. But in the future, I will likely swap a lot of stuff to stone bricks. But that is a very, very big maybe. I wish I had Zoom. It's a very big maybe. I might keep them as stone, but give them like some variation, such as having mossy stone, because it's easy to get vines. As well as finding it in the taigas. So that might just be small variations, but for now it'll be decently large variations. Or just for right now, it'll be no variation. I don't know why I said the opposite. It's just what happens when you're just speaking without actually like looking at a script and you're also focusing on something else. Auto speech isn't exactly the most coherent thing. It just kind of does. That's why I have to like actually guide it slightly a lot of the time. Even if I myself am not actually mentally present. Do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Or if I had a snowball. Let me do it. Hold on. I think I'm gonna try and do what I was trying to do before, but failed. God damn it. It's a good thing I built that. I should probably have filled this in with dirt first, but I'm not gonna go back and grab dirt. But obviously they're not that tall right now. They'll be taller sooner. That. That, and then I'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll swap it back around. Too big. Too wide, specifically. I'll only make it 3. And I'll reduce it. Again, this is the main issue. Frick. Not what I wanted to put there. This is the main issue with building something off the top of your head. I want it to be, like, moderately sized. I don't want it to be huge. I want them to be tall, but I don't want them to be, like, massive. So, but the problem is the base of the wall itself is 5 thick, which is, in itself, already pretty big. God, thank God I have a shit ton of these disposable iron pickaxes. I can just buy more of them. Thank God. Thank God the Wandering Trader can sell enchanted iron pickaxes. That's surprisingly cheap, too. Okay, let me think about this. Let me not build them all the way up this time. So that I don't have to worry about, you know, items. Or having to mine it at the end all the way again. Let me make it. I think I have an idea. I'll consider it as being a 3 wide in the middle, and then it's going out here, so then it goes out one more. Right? Let me do that. It's that. Then this. And then this. And then I again go back and it's 2. This should make it so it's not like super massive, but still decently large. Again, it's 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Well, let me actually go over here. Then make it 1. And then 2. 1, 2, 3. And then again swap it. Let me move the excess so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. I hate this damn cave, bro. I hate it so much. Give me my stuff back and stop stealing it. Stop stealing my shit. Again, I do not understand why every time I've ever had a cave in this game, or every time I've ever had a village, it generates with a massive set of caves underneath it. So I lose all of my shit every goddamn time. What am I missing? There's a fucking... You gotta be kidding me. Like, you don't understand how often this shit happens to me. Like, at all. This shit's actually just so annoying to me at this point. Like, I'm kind of used to it, but also not, you understand? Where it's like... The worst part about dying, though, for me, is just that I lose my fucking levels. But, I mean, it doesn't matter, because I'll just fish them back again. Oh, my axe! Ugh. At least I kept the important shit, like my fucking busted-ass fucking fishing rod. Which, yes, is stronger than from the short video from earlier today. I got a freaking lore book. Topics on top of some other shit. I'm just trying to make this goddamn wall. Why does there have to be a fucking just pit right where I'm trying to build it? I just want this to build this fucking tower. Okay. Should be that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. And then it's 1, 2 again. And then it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And then this should be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Those ones that are like next to the wall are technically in the wall, so I don't count them. Which means I don't have to mine or put down as many blocks, which is nice. Okay. So that's roughly how big each tower is going to be. Thank God doing this side is not as painful. Okay. What level did I start them on? Just so that I don't have them even. Okay, so it is on level with this. Okay, this is the type of terrain I'm having to deal with for this village. So this is technically 2. So now I need to build 1. Oh, fuck, where the hell am I? Again, this terrain makes it impossible to tell what the fuck I'm doing. Because I'm having to constantly go up and then down again. This should be circular, right? Okay, it is a circle. I wanted to make sure it was actually even. It's more or less sections of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then joined by 1s on each side. It's more like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.5. Thank God I can do that. To ones that aren't grass blocks. It used to require it that it was already a grass block. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. God damn it. Keep 4 stacks here. 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. God, where's this extra stone? 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Should be almost nighttime. There we go. Knowing when exactly you're able to sleep is a bit of a pain still, but having the clock does mean I can actually like get a good estimation of when it's available to me. Okay, now that should make both sides even to each other as well. And now I'm just going to probably just fill them in, or at least give them their depth. So this is the 1, 2, 3 for their actual height. So I'll make them a good bit taller than the rest of the wall. Probably not that tall. I'll make them 4 higher. Because I need to have the hole that's open on both sides. And that spot will be right here. Do that, and then I will do this to show where the opening is. Nope, not far, too far. Do that. This is where the path will go, right here. See, not too much higher, but still a bit. And then I'll probably put 2 more blocks higher as accentuation for the actual top of the towers themselves. And that is the basis or a general outline for the towers. And smaller versions of these we place at other areas. The biggest ones, however, will actually go all the way over there by the port, because the port itself will have a different of tower set, because you do not walk over, you walk under, because it's a port. So trying to have things be too tall just wouldn't really fit in to me. So having a giant thing going to the port doesn't make sense. I like having it be open. So there will be towers there, and they'll probably be much bigger. Their main purpose is actually looking out over the sea, which is a much larger distance than this, which can only really look at the mountains. So it actually makes sense. Those will obviously be able to look out over the sea, but the main things that need to look at the sea is the ports. Because in real life, if you want to attack something, your best bet of invading is through a port, and going around a set of mountains is bad. Another place that will have large towers will be a place that doesn't have an opening, because in case you haven't noticed, all the way over here, I need to walk under, because I don't have the actual walls set up yet, or the actual paths. If you go all the way over here, despite the fact that there is a large area here, a massive valley, and I do plan on putting a massive wall here, this is not a good place to go to. You are cornered if you go here. So your only way of getting and attacking a village like this, that's walled off so well, and has a lot of actual good natural barriers, would be through that port over there. A large open area that is also the only one that's not really held by its too big of a natural barrier. Arguably, mountains are worse than going over water, because at least ships can let you take large numbers of troops over water. There's not really anything you do about this. Unless an area is pre-cleared out, you can't really take large amounts of troops, and again, you can't do that, because again, you are cornered. You are bottlenecked over there, which is not good. And yes, I am thinking about this realistically. I'm a weirdo. I like thinking about things like this. And I paid attention in history class. Well, I guess it wouldn't just be history class that would help you learn about this stuff, but generally speaking, that's where you learn about this type of stuff a lot. I was wondering why this wasn't a stick. So, I'll do this really quick. Just so I have a general spate for that. But now that I have the general area of this set up, I'm going to... because these go 5 high. So this is at about the same place as the other ones. But this will not be connected, this right here, will not be connected to the top of this, but will be connected to the inner area. So this is actually going to go down into there in the tower, which will likely be a spiral staircase down. So I have outlined these, but I will not build them yet, because I am still now going to be working on the path, because the path is the next important part after the outline for the towers themselves. The other areas, again, since the towers will be so small, will have very small hiccups, and therefore won't actually be an issue. I'll actually mine these out real quick. No, I'm putting it back. The other areas where people can get in, there are 2 over here, and I put them there because these paths were already in the way, and I try to put them where these paths were, as long as they were in a reasonable spot. So I have one here, and then one here, but these will be small areas, and aren't general places of contact for where a person would actually come into this village. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to worry about the towers here, since they'll be small. And then of course the ones that are over here, they will be big. There will be big towers, but they'll be sentry towers, and this will be the only. And then they'll have to go under for this. You'll likely see some glass out here in the future. And then when I'm working on this port area, I'll be focusing on making this a lot better. I'll be putting fishing places somewhere else. So while this stuff is here for now, first of all, this is not nearly enough storage. if I'm gonna start taking fishing more seriously again. But I'll put it probably somewhere outside. It'll stay out of the village. It won't be in the walls or on the main port. It'll probably be sitting like somewhere out there. Where I'll probably put a lighthouse over right there because that's like the perfect spot for a lighthouse. And the lighthouse will be made out of. Thing is, I can't do some stuff, but I should actually have the recipe for concrete. Because concrete should just take gravel, sand, and I think it's just gravel and sand, no? Can't craft it right now, obviously, but concrete powder should just be gravel and sand. Yeah, I can make every type of concrete powder, because I'm pretty sure when you get sand, you get access to these recipes. Because I have recipe book turned on, so I can only get stuff if I get certain items. For example, I got this when I grabbed iron, because it takes iron now, which is so good. That's like actually ridiculous. But I will probably use it as the classic red with white, but I'll probably use light gray. As weird as that is. Plus, I have a fairly consistent method of getting both bone meal, aka white dye, and ink sacs, aka black dye. So I can actually make light gray and a good bit of it. And red is easy as long as I have access to. Sorry about that. Red is easy as the moment I get a rose bush, which there should be plenty nearby because I have a lot of plains forests and red bushes tend to spawn in those. But once I have a bunch of those, I can then just use bone meal on those and get infinite numbers of them, which is really nice. Plus, there's a beetroot farm up there, and beetroot is actually a good source of red dye, in case you didn't know, which I feel like a lot of people probably don't. But yeah, beetroots can be turned into red dye. See? So I actually that is actually a more consistent method of getting it. Even more consistent. This is still going. That is nuts. I have so much fish. But I'll start on the path in this following episode, or this following recording, which I will do immediately after, actually. I actually need to go grab my bed. I left it over there. I left it at the construction site. But I will start the path in this upcoming recording, which is good, because I was actually going to stop this recording regardless of whether or not it had actually hit near the limit or not. And I will start the path all the way at the end, but I just did that right there so that I could connect it to the other side. The path will be at the height it's supposed to be, which is 5 blocks up. And it will be starting all the way over here. It'll be wood, and I'll need a crap ton of wood and crafting it into stairs, so I'll go on to that recording.